Look closely at this formation. Looks like a simple 4-4-2, right? 4 defenders, a compact midfield, 2 strikers up front. But what if I told you? None of that is what it seems. The strikers are actually center backs. The wingers, hidden fullbacks. And that back line? It doesn't exist the way you think. What you're really seeing is a 2-4-4. Vincent Kompany's insane tactic, a system that leaves only 2 players at the back and transforms everything else into an attacking machine, a formation built to suffocate the opponent in their own half, to overload the final third and score again and again. And guess what? It's working. But the real question is, how far can this madness go? Kompany's Bayern has a unique way of keeping teams trapped. Instead of waiting for the opponent to build up, the Bavarians push forward, invading space and turning the match into a siege. The match starts in a basic 4-2-3-1, but the moment the other team settles into a defensive shape, everything changes. The fullbacks don't stay back. They push into the midfield, filling the inner corridors. The center backs spread wide, covering the space left behind. Up front, the attackers form a line of 4, holding the last defensive line like a sword ready to strike. And just like that, the shape morphs into a 2-4-4. This system forces the opponent to break shape naturally. Try to spread out and press, you leave gaps down the center. Close the middle, Bayern floods the flanks and rips your shape apart from the sides. Even if you win the ball back, Bayern is already in position to steal it again and restart the onslaught. It's relentless. It's ruthless. It's Kompany-ball. Jamal Musiala has always been a magician with the ball, but under Kompany, he's something else. He doesn't stay upfield like a classic number 10. He drops deep, helping build the play, giving Bayern an extra man in midfield. And that creates chaos. If a holding midfielder follows him, a massive hole opens up behind, giving Bayern's attackers the space they need to invade. Ignore him, he takes control, dribbling, dancing, delivering devastating passes that tear defenses apart. And while defenders chase shadows, Sané and Coman strike the inside lanes. Flying in behind, Harry Kane drops back too, linking play, dragging center backs with him, disrupting the opponent's entire defensive shape. It's like a living, breathing puzzle, constantly shifting, constantly adapting, always one step ahead. Bayern's attack is built on 2 core principles: stretch the game wide and dominate the center. On the flanks, they always have numbers. When the ball arrives on one wing, they have 2 choices: a quick pass to the overlapping fullback or a cut inside toward Musiala or Kane. No matter what, you have to choose, and the wrong choice costs you everything. Then there's Kim, starting as a defensive midfielder, spraying precise passes. But when needed, he drops into defense or surges forward as a surprise threat. That flexibility makes Bayern unpredictable, impossible to contain. Add one more deadly weapon, switches of play. If the opponent is crowding one side, Bayern flips the ball to the other. Suddenly, it's a one-on-one, and the defense is caught, flat-footed. Even though Bayern uses the wings a lot, they never abandon the center. Why? Because Musiala and Kane are always moving, pulling defenders, and opening space for Sané and Coman to charge into the box. There's one final twist. The fullbacks don't just overlap to cross. They act as decoys, drawing defenders away, opening space for the midfielders to strike. That gives Bayern multiple paths to goal, multiple ways to hurt you. And if their possession game is bold, their pressing is pure chaos. In the best way possible, a hyper-aggressive man-marking press, where every player sticks to an opponent like glue. The goal? Force mistakes, shut down passing lanes, and win the ball back, right where it hurts. It starts with Kane and a winger pressing the center backs. If the ball reaches midfield, Kimmich or Lamer crashes in instantly, not giving the opponent a second to breathe. Bayern becomes a turnover machine. One of the most ball-hungry teams in Europe. When it works, it strangles the game. The opponent can't escape, can't think, can't breathe. But when it doesn't, disaster. Because if the press is broken, Bayern is left exposed. With so many players pushed high, a single pass behind can shatter the whole system. Now defenders are sprinting backwards, facing forwards attackers with space and time. It's a nightmare. The midfielders who were pressing now have to sprint back. The fullbacks collapse inside. But the damage is done. A domino effect begins, and Bayern suddenly becomes vulnerable, in exactly the space they least expect. The Kompany era at Bayern is thrilling. But this high line? It's a double-edged sword. If Kompany finds the balance between aggression and security, his team could become unstoppable. But now I want to hear from you. Is this the boldest tactic in football today, or is it just a ticking time bomb waiting to explode? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you love stories like this one, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next tactical madness. This is Hidden Soccer, where football is more than just a game.